Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Oh man, shout out to Julesy. Shout out to Julesy. Right? All right. So Julesy um reviews and this is a bit old, but I think listening to Julesy go on from this angle, right? Black feminist kind of angle of the Jonathan Owens, Simone Biles Owens, um, what are we gonna call it? Debacle, stir up, right? Listening to her speak, and attempting to reframe black women's misandry. Let me say this, just in case Julesy ever hears this. Julesy, so you just straight up ignored all the women that were trying to son Jonathan Owens? Even you, Julesy, in your attempt to rein these black women in, even you disrespected Simone Biles Owens. Because she said, y'all, in that same interview, she said, y'all will be addressing me as Jonathan Owens' wife. Did she not say that? And yet you and all the other black women that are speaking or that were speaking about this, better yet, y'all refuse to even follow Simone Biles Owens' wishes. She said, y'all will be referring to me as his wife. So your contempt, and this speaks to black women's contempt for black men, number one, black women's contempt for the idea that a black woman pursues a man, she gets married to him, and she cooperates with him. God forbid we say the word submit. Oh boy. Right? Oh boy. So the misandry that so many of these other black women were exhibiting, Julesy, even as much as you attempted to reframe this, you were being misandrous too. Yes, you were. Simone Biles Owens, how did you watch that interview? You heard what she said, and yet you insist on calling him, because you said she's the known one. She's telling you, Simone Biles Owens is telling you, this is my man, and I want to be referred to as Miss Jonathan Owens. And all of you, even you, Julesy, all of you, that goes from Bowser to you, Julesy, to all those level up women, all the hypergamy women, all the a white man would never women, the swirlers and the divestors, all of you, just to and just to dig at black men and Jonathan Owens himself. Y'all don't even respect what this black woman is saying. That's why we mock y'all over here in the Black Manosphere and say y'all don't really care about black women, because the second they step out of line, the second they don't pay fealty to the sisterhood, y'all tell them to hell with you. If you're gonna be over there, y'all see it as really an enemy thing. Or you over there with the black men? Yeah, they were calling her all type of pick me and mammy. Yes, they were calling Miss Simone Biles Owens pick me and mammy. Excuse me, pick me and mammy. And Julesy, even with your think piece, you didn't do much better, because you referred to him as Mr. Biles. Huh? Demetrius, was it Chrissy? No, I think it was Paris Milan. And Demetrius says Chrissy said it first. Y'all hate black men more than y'all love black women. I think Paris Milan, I heard her say it, so I don't know if Chrissy ever said it, but yeah. Right? Huh. The contempt y'all have for black men, black male leadership, black men in a power position over black women. FD signifier, I'm telling you, brother, they don't want egalitarianism, not for real. They want feminism. They want a matriarchy if you want to be kind, a gynocracy if you want to be accurate, and then they're going to call that egalitarianism. They want to practice negative liberty while black men pay for it because they don't want to be under racist white men. Some of them will though. Some of them will take it for the lifestyle. Some of them will take it. Some of them will take it even if they don't get the lifestyle. But if they're gonna be with a black man, or you gonna like the sister Sit It, she Sit It on Daily Wrap Up Crew. Protect, provide, and shut up. Protect, provide, and shut up. When we speak about black men and black women in intimate relationships or lack thereof, we're not just speaking about them in this intimate relationship or lack thereof. We're speaking about everything that cascades down from the chaos that is black men, black women, and this issue that they have. Josie spoke about black women being in a crooked room, and no matter what they do, they gotta walk crooked, they gotta be crooked. And I've heard her say that before, and okay, I could get down with that. Okay. And black men are not in that crooked room also. Wait, let me give you one better. Black men are not in an even more crooked room. So black women are in a crooked room and black men are not. Because black women think that they're gonna end up with Paymaster 3000 and he ain't gonna have no say. And he's definitely not gonna have the predominant say. I could tie that into what BGS spoke about today. Once again, like the young lady said on Daily Wrap Up Crew, protect, provide, and shut up. Like I said before, patriarchy with under feminist specifications. Let's say that again. Patriarchy under feminist specifications. That's their issue, Julesy. That's the part that you refuse to address. Black women's misandry towards black men. Oh my God, y'all keep on reframing black women's misandry towards black men. Y'all, I'm not. It's just not gonna happen under Z's watch. I'm sorry. Whether it's foreign man in a foreign land, whether it's FD signifier, whether it's consciously, whether it's Professor Odie, whether it's T1J, whether it's consciously, no. Whether it's Bowser, whether it's you, Julesy, no. Call a thing. Black women's misandry towards black men. Protect, provide, shut up. That's what was it called again? What BGS covered earlier today? What strategic singleness? I can't meet a man that's gonna pay my way through life, even if I have it myself. I can't meet a man that's gonna pay my way through life and then he makes sure he shut the hell up. He's not supposed to practice none of that power. Oh no. Just pay, put your face where it's supposed to be, giggity, give good D, and leave. That's what we're talking about, Julesy. That's why black women are so goddamn single. That's why they sound so schizophrenic. That's why all this relationship advice and dating advice sounds stupid to you, Julesy, because it is. It's a bunch of single women usually giving other single women quote unquote advice. Chronically single women giving other chronically single women quote unquote advice. And going off of what you said, Julesy, and all of y'all are in the crooked room giving crooked advice to each other. No pun intended, trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Huh. Julesy, these women want men that pay, that spend money, that subsidizes them. And that man has no say so. That's the goal. That's why black women are so damn chronically single, because you can't take that to white men. If black women could take that to white men and Latino men and Asian men, y'all would, but you can't take it over there. So what y'all do is try to badger black men over the head to accept subsidizing a black woman's life for the 5 years she's married to you, and shutting up and moving out of her way and letting her do and say and act however she wants. Negative liberty. No restraint on her behavior, her comportment. I promise you, if black women could, first of all, if non-black men were interested in black women like that, and then if black women could take that worldview to non-black men, they would practice. Only about 20-30% of black women would be with black men. If black women could take this concept of negative liberty and patriarchy by feminist specifications, if they could take that to non-black men, only a quarter of them, maybe 30%, a third, would be with black men. I promise you. Right? And Adrian, Juicy mentions the transactional relationships, but that's what it is. But here's the catch: the transaction is only supposed to be one way, really. You pleasure her, you do for her, you kiss her rear end, you speak positively about her in public. You speak about, I couldn't breathe if it wasn't for her. I was so wayward. I didn't know how to wipe my own ass until I met my wife. I didn't know up from down. I was such a horrible person until I met my wife. That's why them preachers be giving y'all that type of story. That's why Steve Harvey's playing with y'all right now. He done said this story like 3 times now. My wife is who made me. She's who helped me to mature and grow. Juicy, I know you cringe, and I know a lot of black women cringe when y'all hear preachers and older black entertainers, black men in their later 50s, 60s, 70s that are entertainers say that. But that's because that's what black women like. That's how black men laud black women. We speak about the fact we were wayward. We didn't even know left from right, up from down until we met you. Right? The Commodores, you helped to smooth out our rough edges and all that other stuff, right? Shout out to Lionel Richie and them. Less quality. When Josie said less quality pool of men, right? I'm sorry, not less. Less than quality pool of men. Josie, you want to be a man for a couple years? You want to be a black man for a couple years? You want to talk about less than quality men? Josie, America's been producing for at least a good 4 or 5 decades, maybe 6. A-hole, educated, mean, snarky black women who think they're the gift to black men. Josie, you want to switch roles with black men? America's been producing the meanest, snarkiest, a-hole black women humanly possible. And then telling black men, Dr. Umar Johnson, telling black men, oh yeah, make a wife out of one of these. Condescending mean girls that saw the movie Mean Girls and didn't see it as a movie, but a documentary and a how-to. You want to talk about less than quality men. Man, where did women or black women get this from? Y'all go to college, you get your degrees, and all of a sudden you're wife material now? Because you know how to use 4 and 5 syllable words and move some paperwork around? No wonder y'all using the phrase partner instead of wife. And my person. Anything to say, yeah, I'm playing that role, just say it. I'm not playing the wife role. I kind of want it to be transactional, but kind of not. I kind of want to play wife, but kind of not. I kind of want to be partner, but kind of not. In other words, I want the upside of all of these things. No, Z, you still sit it wrong. I want the up. I demand the upside for all of these things, but none of the negative. Right? That's why I said I kind of want to be a partner, but kind of not. I kind of want this transactional, but kind of not. I kind of want to be a wife, but kind of not. I want to refer to you as my person because I don't want to offend the LGBTQ, but kind of not. What's the kind of not? Your man cheat on you with a wait, Furzy, wait, with another dude. Oops. I'm just saying. Love is love, right? Huh? Josie, I will give you that black women are in a crooked room, but black women don't actually want to come out that crooked room. Black women want to play the game, they want to play however they want to play it, and they want to be able to switch the game. And it's crazy because you even said it yourself, Josie, which is whatever the saying is, and I'm going to paraphrase, whatever the moment in time we're in where your partner is supposed to be this type of person. If your partner's that type, not that type of person in that moment, then we get on the women. That's how you framed it. No, Josie, we get on the men. The men are always on the behind the eight ball. Josie, fundamentally, the issue is as much as you think you haven't, you have also bought into the idea that black women are morally superior than black men. Black women are morally superior to black men. Standpoint theory, intersectionality, right? Black women are morally superior to black men. Black women have a perspective because they're black and women that black men just don't have because black men, their fault is that they're trying to be men. And when we say men, read white men, read patriarchy. Unlike black women, let me say this again. Black women are seeking justice, right? They want to bring fairness into the system, safety into the system. They're trying to get rid of all the oppressive systems, all the systems of hierarchy, which is not going to happen, but fine. All the systems of hierarchy that are oppressive. That's what black women are attempting to achieve. Black men, on the other hand, are attempting to achieve white maleness. And I see tons and tons and tons of black women. When you let them speak for long enough, all they tell you is their envy and their jealousy of upper middle class and rich and elite white women. And I watch all of you intellects, all of you intellectuals, all of you academics, all of you studied people in the black community completely ignore that and sideline that. At best, we get one or two words. At best, you say, "Oh, okay, that's this type of feminism, or that's this type of okay." We're no, that's not real feminism. That's not what we're. No, that is the reason why black women sound so excuse me, so goddamn schizophrenic. It's because yes, they are feminists, but they still want black men to play their role as servants. Be the guard dog, be the ATM, right? Be the occasional rose toy, right? Be the cheerleader, be the therapist. Just don't expect anything for it. You speak you speak highly of me. You praise me. I'm lukewarm about you in public. That is the issue that all of these women had with Simone Biles Owens and Jonathan Owens, Miss Josie. That's the part you refuse to address. They were saying it and you still refuse to address it. So many women, black women, On social media, we're saying they said it, Juicy, and you refused to address it. You ignored it. And take it a step further, you dismiss what Miss Jonathan or Simone Biles Owens told you. She says she's telling you she wants to be referred to as his wife, Miss Jonathan Owens. But y'all can't do that. Y'all can't bring yourself to do it. No, you can't. Absolutely not. Right? Let's talk about this pick me language. Pick me talk is about not having open contempt for black men. When you hear black women speak about other black women being pick me's, it's because they don't have open contempt for black men. It's not about bowing and scraping and kissing black men's ass. No. It's not about throwing other black women under the bus for black men. No. It's about not having open contempt for black men. It's about not demanding that black men pay fealty to the sisterhood. That's what it's about. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. That's what this pick me language is about. Right? Julesy acts like Julesy. If you were really watching a lot of these videos on TikTok and on YouTube and on Instagram, did you not hear all the misandry talk? Did you not hear black women essentially say that Jonathan Owens needs to know his place beneath and behind his wife? Sorry, I said wife. That's a role. Behind his partner? Huh? But you just ignored that. Huh? Let me address this. Why does Jonathan need a media person to guide him? Is it because the true story of how these two met isn't black women's Cinderella story? Right? You called it a ill-positioned story, Josie. What makes it ill-positioned? She pursued him. What's the problem? Oh, it's not black women's Cinderella story. Y'all feel cringe because why? Non-black people hear it? Y'all don't get to throw it. Y'all don't get to throw it in the when y'all at the water cooler at work. You don't get to throw in Becky's face that this tall, attractive, light-skinned man pursued a darker-skinned, more svelte black woman. Huh? So because you don't get to throw it in Becky's face and Mayling's face and Consuela's face, oh, he need to shut up about that. No, don't talk about it because she pursued you, so we don't even want to hear about it. Now, if you would have pursued her, if you would have flew out the country, if you would have drove 2 hours, then we want to hear the Cinderella story and how you groveled at her feet and said, "Look, I can't breathe without you." Then we want to hear it, right? Huh? So because Simone Biles Owens and Jonathan Owens both corroborate that she was the one that made the initial move, now everybody wants him to either go get a PR person or a media person to find a way to soften this up, to reframe it, because it's making everybody cringe. Ooh, it's making me cringe. She pursued him. A darker skinned black woman pursued a lighter skinned black man, and okay. Yeah, there's something about this story. It's making black women cringe. It's not the Cinderella story black women want. They don't want that story out there. How can we reframe this? Right? Oh boy. And Ishmael says, because he's centered. Oh boy, you can't say that out loud, Ishmael. Can't say that out loud. Say her name. Can't say that out loud, right? Once again, don't do anything for the express pleasure of men. God forbid a black man. So this, I look, Mr. Z, you about to say it? Oh yeah, I am. This is where radical feminists, lesbian radical feminists, this is where they're right. This is misandry. This is when the hypocrisy of heterosexual feminist women, this is when it shows itself. This Simone Biles Owens story showed that y'all want agency and autonomy right up until the stories start making you cringe. Right, right up until it hits the wall of a black woman showing she had autonomy, she had agency, and she pursued what she wanted and she got it. But the story is not the Cinderella story. So now y'all start sounding and looking and being hypocrites and finding a way to shame black men into shutting up about it. I got this is the one time radical lesbian feminists, yeah, they right about this. Heterosexual black feminists look like goddamn hypocrites. Every time a story like this come out, every time we hear something about a woman, a black woman pursuing, y'all did the same thing with what's with Jodie Turner Smith and the white dude. Y'all did the same thing with her. Ooh, she's the one. Ooh, they did a one night stand. Ooh, okay. Ooh, she's the one who proposed. Ooh, oh man. Ooh, okay. Oh, he's always trying to disparage her in public. Okay, okay. We need her to shut up. We need him to shut up. Huh? Why? Because once again, when you're at the water cooler, you can bring it up and just subtly jab at Becky with that story. Oh, you heard Jodie Turner Smith? Yeah, she was pursued by her white husband. Yeah, he was talking all type of chocolate and how yeah. And because you can't do that, then both of them need to shut up and go away with this story, right? Yeah, but of course he did. And thank you for the super chat. And Wolf says, Z, I might have to leave a comment. Don't do it. Z, I might have to leave a comment on her video. She chose to omit the clip where he credits her for improving his performance by seeing a counselor. Yeah, right. Huh? But of course, but look. Wolf. Of course, she's gonna omit that. That doesn't fit into the narrative. That doesn't fit into the narrative. And I mean what I say. This is when heterosexual feminists, namely heterosexual black feminists, this is when they look like straight hypocrites. Jules, you want to talk about being in a crooked room? Much of the things y'all want and y'all are pursuing are diametrically opposed to each other. That's why y'all look like hypocrites. When a black woman shows, I'm gonna go get what I want. I find him. I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna message him first, and then I'm going to drive to where he is. Y'all start feeling cringe. Why? Oh, because it doesn't fit into the narrative of men being the ones to pursue. See, all that he needed to know his place talk. Y'all would have still wanted him to know his place. But all of that, we wouldn't have heard that if he was the one who drove 45 minutes an hour to go see her. If he was the one who responded to her first on social media or on that dating site, right? And Wolf says he gives her credit multiple times during that interview. It's still not good enough, right? And let me say this also. Juicy says essentially, you know, um, that channel is pretty much rage farming. And I say that yes, people are going to rage farm black women. Why shouldn't they? Black women have informed everyone, the entire world, how much contempt they have for black men and how much the black community is a matriarchy. So why wouldn't non-black people, black women, black men, why wouldn't they rage farm black women? Right? Why wouldn't they rage farm why wouldn't anyone rage farm black women for views and money? That's what Paris Milan did, goddamn Z. Why shouldn't they rage farm black women? Is Mr. Z built like that? No. But why shouldn't they rage farm black women? Y'all like being angry at black men. You like being able to bring black men down to size. You like insulting and belittling black men on social media. In the mainstream media, Tiffany Cross. You like watching other people do it. You like watching black men do it. You like watching non-black people do it. Black women like watching people belittle, insult black men, especially if it's in quote unquote defense of black women. So yeah, people are gonna rage farm black women. Why not? Why not? And why shouldn't they? Huh? A whole lot of single black women mad at black men because black men are not quote unquote on their level. And so yeah, there's gonna be people that know what they need to do, and they're gonna give y'all that, oh, he don't know his place story. They're gonna give you that, oh, he made a colorist comment story. They're gonna give you that, oh, he flew out the country to meet his future wife because he said America don't produce wives no more. America doesn't produce wives anymore. It produces partners and persons. So whoever says that is right. Right? So of course, I'm not even gonna deny it. Maybe they didn't know what they stepped into. Maybe they didn't know, but even if they did, what's wrong with rage farming black women? Y'all want to be enraged, particularly concerning black men. All that fake ass indifference. Y'all are not a Marion. Stop it. Unbothered. Yes, you are. Right? And Jake's his same with Cynthia Erivo. Did Cynthia Erivo pursue her white man too? I'm asking Nigerian brothers. Y'all gotta tell me, like, but all hey, well, dear Nigerian men and a lot of West African brothers, y'all gotta tell what the hell? Right? Good point. And Compassionate says, Z, everyone knows you buy or inherit slaves, not pursue them. Right? Well, black women told you they ain't even trying to pay. That's why we call it a gynocracy. Because what black women are telling you is you got to pay for them to be in your presence, and you got to shut up. Hey, that young lady on Daily Wrap Up crew that said provide, protect, and shut up, man, that was gold. Because she just said what we all know many black women believe. Right? We ain't even gonna get into the same sex loving black women. We ain't even gonna get into that. How some of them go from black men into black men ain't ish, then to white man to men ain't ish, Niecy Nash to now being in relationship with another woman. Oh, Cynthia G is. I'm not saying Cynthia G. Ooh, coming to a vagina near you. Cynthia Erivo is LGBTQIA. Mm. Oh, the West African brothers, especially Nigerians, please, please, for the I need to open a panel and invite all the Nigerian or you know, brothers that either were born and raised there or came here later or at least are steeped in Nigerian culture to explain. Man, Nigerian women are some these and West African sisters something else. I'm not saying we don't have it in the Caribbean, but oh, I know about Lena. I know she is. That's clear. That's obvious, right? Oh, I didn't know they were an item though. And Ishmael says her and Lena Waithe were an item, right? Man, you know this thing. What's frightening about this? Believe it or not, for all of you that actually watch Julesie's think piece, Julesie is one of the nicer ones. Oh, Julesie's one of the better black feminists. She's one of the nicer ones. The bar is in hell. The bar is in the darkest, deepest depths of hell. Julesie's one of the nicer, better ones, especially of this age cohort. Huh? And whatever contempt she has, you could see she doesn't show it the way Bowser does. And that could be a skin tone thing. That could be I have even more contempt because y'all wasn't choosing me. Because, dear Bowser, that's really what it is. That's really what it is. Right? I'm Wolf. I ain't even going to say it out loud. I'm Wolf. I'm not even going to say it out loud. Because they act like the casting couch is just a man thing and just a straight thing. Or it's a man thing and men do it to other men. But do women do it to women too? Ooh. I ain't even going to say it out loud. I'm Wolf. Right? Grab second Kira says, one of the nicer ones. Yep. Yep. Julesie's one of the nicer ones. She's one of the better ones. I said it. The bar's in hell. Right? The bar is in hell. So this talk about rage farming. Yes, people are gonna rage farm. I do think that right now that's what's going on in social media largely. Right. That's why I tell y'all at the end of every video. I pretty much started that from the beginning of doing live streams. Go check out other non-Black Manosphere videos. Right. Y'all could check Mr. Z's community tab. I'm watching all different type of things. Right. The brothers send me articles all the time to my email. I read them. Right. Y'all check my community tab. I'm all over the place. Artificial intelligence, history, war stuff, car stuff. Y'all know Mr. Z gotta watch his car stuff. Right. I'm talking about that. I gotta put up us car enthusiasts already saw it, but I gotta put up the car wow video with that Integra mopping that Porsche. Or in the UK it's really a RSX type. Well, in the UK it's an Integra type R. In America it's a RSX type S. Right. But I do that so that y'all don't sound like these people. Right. No, not yet. And Vincent, John Doon says, "You check my article out yet?" No, not yet, not yet. You already know I was. We ain't even gonna talk about work, right? You said ill-positioned story. What's wrong with the story? The problem with the story. Oh, wait, Z. The problem with the story is that it's not a Cinderella story. It's not a Cinderella story for black women. Yeah, Simone Biles Owens is with the tall, light-skinned dude with the brown eyes, as you said, with the light eyes, as you said, Juicy. But she pursued what she wanted and she got it. How like okay, fine. If we're gonna try to push America or the black community into a more egalitarian space, which I don't buy at all, y'all really don't want an egalitarian community. You really don't, because you that means you're gonna have to take responsibility for certain things, and y'all really don't. But fine, how you could take Simone Biles Owens, Jonathan Owens' story, and turn that into a powerful story. You could turn their story into a powerful story and still make it a love story. But y'all can't. Once again, the envy and jealousy of white women. Z, how did that come up? You can't turn Simone Biles Owens' story into a powerful love story because she was the one that made the first move. Can't sell that story because look, we want to imitate Becky's life. We want to imitate Becky's life, right? And so I want my Cinderella story too. I want the story that I could look up to also, where black men of means, attractive black men of means, pursue black women that maybe in this society we wouldn't consider supremely attractive, right? I want my Cinderella story. And let's be very clear, their real Cinderella story is the rich white man, chisel chin Chad, pursuing them. That's the real Cinderella story. That's a Cinderella story for like all women, like globally. And when I say all, I don't mean like literally every single individual, but all the different ethnicities and races. Oh yeah, that's the Cinderella story. Tall chisel chin Chad pursuing them, rich one too. We gotta make sure he got money, right? So calling it ill positioned, right? And this pick me talk, be very clear, Miss Juicy. Pick me's are called pick me's because they don't have open contempt for black men. They don't reframe black women's misandry in all different sorts of ways where they got to tie themselves into a pretzel. Juicy, you're literally being called that like in your comments. Or and if they're not overtly saying it, they're implying that you're a pick me also. I read through your comments. Because even you don't have enough open contempt for black men, Juicy. Go through your own comments, Juicy. Juicy, I was here when you and Chrissy beefed a few years ago. I remember how those women were coming at you a few years ago. Those women still exist, Juicy. Misandry, Juicy. It's real. Anti-black male misandry is real. Practiced by black women is real, Juicy. It's real. And let's address something else. This locker room talk, Juicy, I know a black woman. I know a black woman isn't talking about how locker room talk isn't exactly kind, or at least I'm paraphrasing, isn't exactly kind to women. I know a black woman ain't talking about what's kind and not kind when one of the genders gets into a space where it's just them. Have you ever been to a hair salon, Julesy? Have you ever been to a nail salon, Julesy? Have you ever been to afternoon brunch with other black women, Julesy? I know black women ain't talking. I know a black woman isn't talking about essentially the misogynoir and misogyny that goes on in conversation amongst men, the locker room talk. I know a black woman ain't talking. The straight sexist, misandrous filth that comes out of black women's mouths. First of all, wherever y'all are, but especially when y'all are just amongst each other, Josie, you see it online. What black women are telling other black women, the way black women are speaking about black men on social media is how black women speak about black men when it's just them in their alone times. When it's black women, where it's a group of 3 and 4 and 5 and 7 and 8 black women, 9 black women, what are you talking about? Locker room talk, hair salon talk is atrocious. Nail salon talk is atrocious. Al Spence's sisters out here looking lost on the 13th and 14th of February. Right. And I look, if black women want to be strategically single, that's perfectly okay. That look, as I said, and I want to do a separate live about that. But I watched BGS stream. If black women want to be strategically single, that's perfectly okay. But nobody's promising you that there's going to be men here when you get back, let alone black men. That's why y'all throwing temper tantrums. Y'all go do your own thing. You stick the middle finger up at black men. You either go munch on some vagina, be single, go enjoy your sex life. And then in your later 30s, your 40s, now it's time to quote unquote settle down. And now you feel, oh, the men are not on my level. Nah, the dating pool has pee in it. No, we don't owe you waiting for you to get your mind right. Isn't this what black women say? Wait a minute. Black women said, I'm not going to do struggle love. I'm going to wait until we 40. I'm going to wait until we 37, 38, 40, 42 years old until I pursue that man. I'm not doing struggle love. I ain't trying to get married in my 20s. I'm not trying to get married in my early 30s just in case he got a few more things he got to button up. I'll wait. Y'all don't want, by the way, black women, you're the one saying no struggle love. Remember, you're the one saying you ain't doing potential no more. Remember, you're the ones. And then you're looking for quote unquote Mr. Right, your quote unquote person, your quote unquote partner at middle age, and then throw a fit that he might not be there. Or the men that are on your level, you keep on telling yourself they're not on your level, so you'll just stay single. I'll do better by myself. Yeah, you're right, you will. Literally. Have fun trying to generate that $3.4 million Jason Black was talking about. Have fun. Right? And Ishmael says power room convo is off the chain. Two per my lady. The conditions of the power room is pretty disgusting too. Usually, as Dr. Tiazon Johnson, the War Council. That war council, like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. That war council conversation is crazy. Mr. Z has been privy to a few. I didn't have that name for it, but once Dr. T described it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this when I was a kid. Huh? Mixed room was with ADOS and non-ADOS women, non-ADOS black women, right? Oh yeah, I remember this when I was a kid. Oh, absolutely. Right? So Julesie's going to continue and ignoring the misandry talk. They just refuse to come to the realization that this is a word and we're going to use it and we're accurate and we're going to have you using it also soon enough. Don't worry. Y'all refuse. See, what the problem black leftists have is that they thought they won. I've said this before. They thought they won the ideological debate, and they hate that it feels like to them that they're rehashing a conversation they thought they won. They thought they were on the right side of history. They won the ideological debate. It was done. It was buried by the late 80s, and they were just going to sail into the sunset, either munching on vagina or being with the white man or ending up with the rich ass black dude or however, or just having fun out there and then having some man subsidize them. That's what they thought, right? And it's the fact that we're now in the social media age in Detroit. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Right now that we're in the social media age, and black men don't have to go through the white, talk about patriarchy, the white male patriarchal son all these men, elevate myself, have the women chasing after me ass filter. Black women are throwing a fit because misandry is not supposed to be a thing. Misandry is supposed to be something that black men made up, right? It's not real. It's shallow. And isn't that what Dr. Umar Johnson's essentially telling us, and FD Signifier is telling us, and Alvin from Waving the Red Flag is telling us? We're over here talking about hurt feelings. Black women are talking about their lives, even though DV amongst black men and black women in the black community is largely bidirectional. Can't talk about it like that though. Huh? So the way they frame it is what we're talking about is our little hurt feelings, and FD literally frames it like that. While black women are talking about their lives. Well, guess what? Black men will just go ghost. Can't harm you if I'm not there. I'm telling y'all, within a couple years, I'm surprised they're not doing it now. They're going to speak about us weaponizing our absence. I'm telling you. As a matter of fact, Melissa Ford, I'm not going to insult this lady's intelligence. She got real close to saying it on that conversation with L'Oreal and what's her face, Erica, not Erica, Ebony K. Williams. Well, I said Erica, Ebony K. Williams. But soon enough, they're gonna say that. Black men are telling us that if we don't kiss them, but they're just gonna disappear. But yeah, it's not fair. I promise you that. I promise you, soon enough, they're gonna say we're weaponizing or we're threatening them with leaving them to hold the black community up by themselves. I'm surprised they haven't said it yet. I'm surprised they haven't said it yet. But it's on its way. Right? Huh. Don't worry. I'm genuine. I mean it though. I'm genuinely surprised that these ladies haven't been saying that yet. That black men weaponize their absence against black. We weaponized and we threatened black women to leave the black community if they don't adhere to what we're saying. Which, if you're gonna say that's what we're doing, then and the problem is, huh? I mean, if you're telling me that the ideal black man is supposed to subsidize you and your negative liberty that you call quote unquote freedom, while you condescend to him, belittle him, insult him, and then demand that he does the same to other black men to show fealty to you, and black men and that individual black man is saying, yeah, I'm gonna date out. Or I'm gonna be a passport bro. Or I'm gonna practice SYSBM. If you're saying that black men are threatening you with that, once again, and the problem is, right? And I'm with says emotional neglection and right emotional. As a matter of fact, I'm with yeah. And first of all, it's our whole presence, so it won't just be emotional. We just won't be there, right? Ishmael said, "Watch after the election in November." Oh, they're gonna be feeling that because whether Trump wins or loses, when those numbers come out and they see how many men in general, let alone black men. And by the way, I still think it's going to be a majority of black men that do vote that will vote for Biden. I still think it's going to be a majority, a large majority. But that minority of black men that vote for Trump, y'all think y'all were putting out think pieces before, huh? You think you were putting out think pieces before? You think you were calling black men the white supremacists of the black community before? Okay, watch this. Now that we know that y'all weaponizing that type of language, see, you're supposed to reserve that. If you're gonna go full on, Z, okay, all right. If you're going to, the whole point of having a nuke is not to actually shoot it. It's to threaten to shoot it. If you don't believe me, go ask Russia or the U.S. or China, them, India, Israel, right? North Korea, definitely North Korea. You're not supposed to actually shoot it, and you're definitely not supposed to shoot the nuke for everything. Black women shoot off the nuke for everything. Guess what? Black men done built their bunkers. Black men done got used to the radiation, the nuclear fallout. And that's what I was going to say. I pulled back. Compassion, know what I was going to say. I pulled back. Right? And yet, black women done shot. Black men done learned how to farm underground, right? And so, guess what, ladies? When this election happens on the other side of November, oh, the think pieces, oh, the articles, that you try to be a white man, you try to be a white patriarch, all black feminists, both male and female black feminists, right? Y'all gonna have a field day with those articles, but guess what? We don't care. Y'all been shooting nukes at us anyway. And that begs the question, black women, what haven't you said negative about black men? Where's the threat? What are you going to threaten black men that you're going to say or do that you haven't already? What, try to embarrass black men in front of non-black people? Call black men the white supremacists of the black community? Say black men want to be white men? Say black men are failed white patriarchs? Say black men don't actually want to be in a community where black women have a say and a voice, right? Call black men sexist, misogynist, misogynoirist, right? What are you going to levy, right, on black men? Say these type of black men scare you. Huh? What are you going to levy on black men that black women haven't been saying about black men since white women told them it was okay to talk negatively about black men in public? Damn, Z. And once again, thank you for the super chat, I am Wolf. And Adric says, that's funny. And Adric says, next on Lifetime, Crimes of the Absent Heart. Absence Heart. Crimes of the Absent. Next time. Next on Lifetime. Right? Oh man. It's gonna be, oh, this is gonna be fun. After this election, oh, the article, y'all know them articles coming out. Those think pieces are coming out. Oh, those think pieces from the likes of like FD, Julesy, Bowser, right? I definitely could see Nappy Headed Hoba doing a nice think piece about black men voting for Trump. I could see her doing it. Right? I could see Cat Black doing one of these think pieces. Oh yeah. Foreign man in a foreign land, definitely. Consciously, definitely. You better believe waving the red flag's gonna talk about it. Once again, this does whether Trump wins or loses. But when those numbers, the way I think those numbers are gonna look, when those numbers come out, oh, right. And that's my point, Ishmael. That's exactly my point. And Ishmael says, "Oh, they tight with the fact that we have the audacity to say it with our chest. The shaming ain't working. Let it burn. And you know it, black women, because you press that button too much. That's what I'm saying when I'm talking about the nukes. The shame, the insult. Rest in peace, Kevin. The shame, the insults, the guilt, the need to be right. Y'all done pressed that button in public too much. It doesn't have an effect, especially on brothers under the age of 50. Get out of here. Especially with any black man that interacts with social media whatsoever, you really don't got no play for black men under the age of 40, under the age of 35. You really don't got no play with them. Right? I agree. I actually agree with this. Right? I was actually watching something about this earlier too, and Amweb says, "I don't know, Z. I don't think these guys can make a sound argument for Biden. I believe all the demographics of people are gonna increase for Trump this election. I think so. I think out of pure spite. I think out of pure spite of how the Democratic Party has been moving over the past few years to move him out the way because they're deathly afraid of him winning." Right? And that 91 cases thing just is absurd. But wait a minute. Shout out to AB Media. Didn't Z tell y'all the politics of spite is real? I said this to one of my mentors when I worked for the Florida Democratic Party in 2016. Stop underestimating the fact that people will vote out of spite to spite your ass. I walked into the Black Manosphere saying that. Whenever we get into the political, y'all know Mr. Z's a leftist, but I'm not dumb. I'm not naive. The politics of spite is real. And you could couple that to, fine, you could couple that to, especially in the Black community, especially with the conversation and the discourse online on social media, y'all didn't really get women to accept this quote unquote egalitarian or growing egalitarian situation that's supposed to be happening. They don't want it. Anne Marie Slaughter told y'all every time she tell women what egalitarianism is going to look like for real, they jump off the bus. Was she mainly talking about white women? Yes. But it's the same for Black women. And y'all don't know how to address it. Josie. So you better believe people like Z is going to throw your hypocrisy in your face every chance I get, because I know you're going to try to reframe it. Whenever Black women show their hypocrisy, here goes somebody on the left trying to reframe it. If we're going to be honest, someone on the right too. Ain't that right, Amala? Huh? And Lithium says, thank you for the super chat. And once again, thank you for the super chat. I'm Wolf, Adric, and now Lithium. Lithium says, F the village. We don't have a good place in it to begin with. Freedom and SYSBM over American Black women tyranny. I will vote out of spite. I will vote out of spite. The F the village part, but that's what I'm saying. So Black women are attempting to say that, but it's not going to work the same. I've said this before. I said it on the Breakdown of Women's Perspective. I've said on BGS. Black women, the reason why being a passport girly, that's how y'all say it, right? Girly. Being a passport girly will not work the same as being a passport bro. It's because y'all don't want to pay. It's that simple. Y'all don't want to actually pay. We're not even going to talk about whether these men are patriarchs and they're not going to let you talk to them any kind of way, or you're going to be missing, or you're going to catch these backhands. We're not even going to get into that, right? We'll just say you just don't want to pay. The thing is, Black men know that they're going to have to pay. They just don't want to pay the price you want to charge them for the little bit, the slop that you want to throw on their plate. Right? Yeah, they did. And Lithium says Black women gave Florida to DeSantis. Yes, they did. And then he turned around and defecated on Black people. Y'all can say what y'all want about Gillum and his lifestyle, but he wouldn't been on this. He would not have been on this anti-Black kick and try to rebrand slavery. But Black women could smell on Gillum, another man's member, in his breath, and they voted for DeSantis. And well, you get what you get. Huh? You get what you get. Now y'all afraid that they're gonna be teaching y'all babies that slavery was Jim Crow. What Jim Crow? Right? Exactly. More charter schools. I'm about making public schools better, not about privatizing them. Charter schools. Charter schools can barely stay open for a decade. Right? Crazy talk. But so and I'm with Lithia F the village, but and that's what I'm saying when I say, all right, ladies, you want this to be a matriarch, you can hold it up by yourself, right? And here's the problem. As the stable men go, and the elite men go, and the blue collar stable men go, and the white collar men go, and obviously, I want to say this again, it doesn't have to be all. It doesn't even have to be most. And you find yourself in the pincer move of being stuck, really stuck, with the brothers that don't have no choice but to accept your 250-pound ass. So, the Pookies, when you find yourself stuck between that or being the 3 o'clock booty call for the brother that's never going to put a ring on it because he has too many options, or the old crinkly, crackly, wrinkle balls ass white dude, because I want you to be clear. I want black women to be clear. If you don't end up with the stable black man, those are your choices. Rose toy, same-sex loving relationship, probably with another black woman. The white dude that's going to be using you as a human jack-off machine. The brother with some money that's going to be using you as a human jack-off machine. Or the Pookie that don't really got any other choices. That's what happens when you give your average black man the middle finger. Right? And dear black woman, is that not the position you're in now? God damn, Z. Wait a minute. That's the position you're now. That's why you're complaining now. Vincent with the jokes. Vincent said, not if they manifest. Hysterical. Dear black women, is that not the position you are in now? A choice between the Pookies, the white dude that really don't give a damn, trying to knock you off a bucket list, the brothers with a couple of dollars, but they're never going to settle down with you. And that's if he even looks your way. Another woman, black woman probably, your Rose toy, y'all in this position now. Ain't that right, Yeti? Goddamn. Ain't that right, Chrissy? Probably. Goddamn. Oh, Steph, go, damn. Z, I could do this forever. I could do this forever. Right? Or being in a new relationship with, I don't like men's no more. Right? And then we all supposed to act like we don't see it. Okay. Yeah, that's it. We're all supposed to act like we don't see I don't like men's no more. Okay. All right. Because you're shallow. All right. Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Look, he didn't even do nothing to me. I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone. Man. Y'all killing me in the comments. Y'all killing me in the comments. I'm telling y'all, this is predictable. Ain't that right, Kidology? Goddamn, this is this is so predictable. Ain't that right, Chescally? Goddamn. Oh, black women, y'all, it can't be. Look, I say I'm not joking when I say it. Like I'm not a soothsayer. I'm not a fortune teller. Y'all are just so goddamn predictable with it. Wow. Ain't that right, Niecy Nash? Goddamn. Right? Jeez. Right? Crystal Cares and Z. Goddamn, Z. Oh, jeez. Yanny, goddamn, Z. Oh, man. Huh? Huh? Lexus Exodus. Lexus Exodus. Look, man. Look. Look, Z. When I heard that interview between Lexus Exodus and Mahogany Pink years ago, and then Lexus Exodus said, you know, the way her mom raised her and she got a sister, and I'm like, Kim Foster? Right? Come on, man. This thing is too damn predictable. Man. So, look, Lithium, I truly believe that the brothers that feel like the black community is not serving them, well, I am about building this, um, tearing down what need to be torn down. I am about that. But let's be very clear. My angle and Dr. Umar Johnson's angle is different. I'm not about paying fealty to the matriarchy so that the black women could still give you the middle finger and not cooperate. Huh? I'm not about ignoring black women's behavior and misbehavior and then blaming black men for it. Ain't that right, Dr. Umar Johnson? I'm not about reframing and softening black women's misbehavior and telling black men it's a figment of their imagination. Ain't that right, Alvin? Ain't that right, FD Signifier? So the brothers that feel like, yo, this not serving me, and not only is it not serving me, it's actually bad for my health. I get it, right? Really, that's what they saying, Trell. And Trell said, "Bend the knee, Negro." Yeah, really, that's what they're saying. That's really what they're saying, right? Gee, look, we know what brothers are good looking and what brothers are not. Even a straight man, we know. Look, yeah, that brother, I know he pulling. Homegirl said she's shallow, and then when you see Buddy, you like, oh, right? Oh man, woo, man. So yeah, that yeah, she said that, and all I'm thinking is like, Alexa, cue up the video of Charlie Murphy laughing, please. Right? Oh man. Whew. Okay, yeah. On that note, we'll truly pause right there. Um, y'all have a great, great, great rest of y'all night. Um, love, peace, and chicken grease. Look, Julesy, this ain't it, right? I appreciate you trying to slow black women down if that's what you think you were doing. Um, and saying that they're targeting her. And this is what I will give Julesy. Wishing that their relationship ends, right? But Julesy, you're still not framing it in the right way. They want to say, I told you so. For these women, what they want to say is, you didn't follow the script where he's supposed to kiss your ass, chase after you, speak your high praises every way he goes. Not like he loves you and like he's your husband, that he's groveling. Once again, the Steve Harvey, I couldn't breathe if it wasn't for her. She made me. She's the reason I have all of this. Right? So they want that relationship to blow up so that they could say, I said it. I told you. She didn't follow this script. He didn't kiss her ass. He didn't give us a lie Cinderella story. And for them, it is a Cinderella story, but he didn't give the Cinderella story that black women would appreciate. And so, yes, they want their relationship to end so they could say, I told you. They do want to catch him cheating, or they do want to find out he's LGBTQ, or they do want to find out, right, that he's harming her some way, probably physically. They want a story like that so they can say, see, I knew it. Right? So, yes, they're wishing, Julesy, maybe either you pretending, I think you are, or you really don't know. Do you know what type of black women you dealing with? I think Julesie's around Mr. Z's age. Julesy, there's no way you're not reading the same comments I'm reading. Maybe y'all don't know what type of black women y'all dealing with. Right? Maybe y'all don't know what y'all dealing with. I think you do, and you're pretending, but maybe you don't realize what y'all dealing with. Y'all don't realize what between this is one of the reasons why black women sound so goddamn schizophrenic. Between y'all over there with the quote unquote black feminist talk and empowerment talk, and between you and Nappy Head Jojoba and T Noir over there, right? And then Miss Bowser playing the middle, and then all the femininity and hypergamy and level up women, the Chrissies and the Yannies and the Cynthia G's, who doesn't have a channel no more, and the Shira Sevens, and between y'all on one side, Bowser in the middle, and then Chrissy and them on the other side. They want all of it. That's why they sound schizophrenic. They do want black female power, but they want to live a lush life on a black man's dime. Demetrius, I know she know. She just refuses. She refuses to actually create a think piece about that because she might be going in too much. When she did that think piece that black women don't actually marry down. No, black women weren't told or taught to marry down. There were women in her comments that conceded the point. You know what? You're right. And there were a whole lot of women that were like, yes, but let me tell you about my individual situation. They really went at Julesy when her and Chrissy went back and forth a few years ago. They really were trying to make fun of Julesy for reading. Chrissy really went at her talking about you read too much type talk. They really went at her for like being well read. So I could understand why she might be a little bit trigger shy, but Julesy, if you could, okay, fine, we both leftists. If you're gonna really be about this egalitarian talk, then be about it. That's the problem. You're not really about it when it comes to the women. That's my issue with FD Signifier, because I told him the women aren't gonna say nothing to the women for real, for real. And they definitely not gonna give them the energy you giving me. They definitely not gonna. All of foreign man in a foreign land, Conscious Lee, Professor Odie, Alvin, T1J, the way y'all go at black men, them women ain't going at the black women are not going at black women like that at all. It's not, oh, you got to talk to women differently. No, at all. Right? One of my best friend, like, this is his favorite. This is his favorite line from that song. Yeah, the hook, right? I want it all, brand new socks and straws, right? Now I gotta go listen to it, right? Oh man, man. So yeah, Juicy, if you're really about this egalitarian thing and what's best for black women is to be on black men's program, but y'all don't want to do that. Fine, right? This egalitarian talk, that's really not going to be egalitarian. It really is black women running the black community, funded by black men. That's really what y'all want to call egalitarian. But all right, fine. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know that. Fine. If you're really about this egalitarian thing, Juicy, then you really got to be about it. As I said to FD, y'all playing patty cake with black women over there. Y'all not calling them out for their hypocrisy. Y'all are not. And dear Juicy, dear Nappyhead and Hoba, the women that listen to you turn around and listen to Chrissy also. Right? They listen to Themis. Right? They listen to all of you. That's why they sound so goddamn schizophrenic. Right? And thank you, Ishmael. Ishmael did hit me on the Cash App. Yes, he did. Thank you for the thank you for the Cash App. Right? And Ishmael says, great stream, Z. I hit you on the Cash App. Peace, everyone. Have a good night, day. All right, Ishmael out. Yeah, Mr. Z. First of all, wasn't that my outro I was trying to do right now? Got caught up in the conversation. Right? And back to what Charles said. Exactly. I want it all. Brand new socks and drawers. Exactly. And that's really what it is. D. Scott said, off subject, just told it Integra. Man, Integras are going to start I think they're going to start going up in price, much like the S13s did, and the S4, not even the S14s. The S14s is just, they've been up in price for a little while. But I do think Integras are going to start going up in price. Especially when you can K24 or K20 swap them and all-wheel drive them, yeah. A lot of these Hondas, y'all don't want to see them. If a person has a good $20,000-$25,000 of expendable money, especially let's say 30, you don't want to see Integra right now, or any one of those the EG or the EK hatch, EG or EK coupe, but definitely a EK or EG hatch. You don't want to see them right now. K20 swap, turbo, all-wheel drive, gone. That's it. That's it. Obviously, internal work and whatnot, brakes and all that other good stuff, but yeah, that's it. It's done. You're dealing with a tin can with 380 wheel horsepower, 400 horsepower, 450 wheel horsepower. It's a problem, right? But yeah, so yeah, I'm not a Honda guy, but I always respected Honda guys. It's not my thing, but yeah. Irv said, "How many cars can you drive at the same time, bro? All of them. Let me going back to what Trell said. Trell, where is it again? We're gonna find it again. I want it all. Brand new socks and drawers. All of them. Herb said, how many cars can you drive at the same time? All of them. Where's the surgeon? Sew me on another 3 arms, please. 4 arms. Right, man. One of my best friends used to have a type. Did he have the Type 2? He had the second gen Legend. Did he didn't have the Type 2 plus he coveted the Type 2. And he owned two, not at the same time, but he had two different second generation Acura Legends. And my aunt, who then passed it on to my oldest cousin, had a black second gen um Acura Legend back in the day. The second gen also, which is the one everybody likes. The first gen was dope, but really the same Legend that Ludacris has, right? That's everybody's like favorite Legend, right? And then they rebranded, I think, with the RLX or whatever it's called now. But yeah, it's pretty much a Legend also. But yeah, but the first and second gens, that's everybody's favorite. The RL, I think Acura rebrand the Legend, the RL, and then I think now it's the RLX or the RLX, I think, whatever. But yeah, no, the TL is the what was the name of that? The smaller, it's right there. The other Acura sedan. Uh, it wasn't the Legend. It was smaller than the Legend. I forgot the name of it. I forgot the name of it. But that's what that replaced. That's the new. Well, that was because they don't even make it anymore. The branding for that. I forgot the T. What is the T? Oh man, it was smaller than the Legend. What was it called? It was bigger than the Integral 4 door, but it was smaller than the Legend. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, but yeah, yeah, right, yeah. And apparently Honda was supposed to make it rear wheel drive, and they never did. But if they would have made it rear wheel drive, I think it would have been a super. It would have been even more of a competitor to the Lexus LS than it actually ended up being. Because that first generation Lexus LS, and then the first generation Q45, and then the second generation Acura Legend were all dope cars. And I think if the Acura Legend would have just came out rear wheel drive, I think they would have snatched even more of the market share than they actually ended up snatching. Mr. Z likes to go into details like this about cars when I get into the car conversation, just to show y'all that Mr. Z touches grass. Shout out to FD Signifier. Touch grass. Get out of here. Right. This is Mr. Z's way of saying, but I do touch grass. I do go outside. I'm a whole car enthusiast, bro. Right. I'm into politics. I talk politics. My major was poli sci in college. Right. If and when I go back, y'all make sure Dr. Thunder don't hear me say that. If and when I go, or BGS, right? If and when I go back, I'm gonna continue in that direction. And Trail says, touch grass and ass, right? Michael Ross, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. And these guys, look, I'm trying to close out. Once D Scott mentioned the integrity, y'all know Mr. Z. I gotta do another car stream, man. But this time I gotta move different because that car. I wish I could. I wish the car stream was still up, but obviously I did violate. And I can still see it, but you guys can't, right? Because I can still watch it through YouTube Studios, but you guys can't because I used other people's content, obviously, and yeah. And I didn't say fair use a zillion times. That was my bad. Right. So yeah. Yeah, but stop talking about real talk with Yanni, right? And on that note, y'all, look, truly, we will pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. For the love of God, um, shout out to Julesy. Julesy, you ignored all the misandry. You ignored it. You didn't even mention it. You did a little blinking, you'll miss it comment about essentially, I'm going to paraphrase, the partner of these people, these women, black women, not changing as fast as some of these conversations change. Yeah, nah, nope. Right. So yeah. And Grab Second Gear says, till the next time I'll come, I'll have stories. Okay. Okay. Right. But yeah, man, look. And on that note, y'all have a great rest of your night. Like I said, go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Yeah, because they said that we don't touch grass. All right, y'all. Mr. Z out.